Hello everybody, I'm GL1. Welcome to my online toy museum, and today we're going to do an update on some of the latest He-Man action figures and an analysis comparing them to older models of the same figures. So stay tuned for all that excitement. All right, well, if you watched my episode 292, where I went through my collection of Skeletors, which is like over 30, I covered a lot about Skeletor, and I thought that I pretty much was done collecting Skeletors with this one. I thought, this is kind of the coolest, the pinnacle. It's just great, and I have so many other ones that are just so cool. Why keep going? I mean, you can look into the iris of the eye. They put so much detail into this, and you have like the rubber arm and the dragon head, and the mechanical feet, that are kind of like when Darth Maul got his mechanical feet, after he was cut in half. I just thought this is the coolest Skeletor. No need to get another one. And man, do they get me back with this one. You can see behind him, it's the battle armor Skeletor. I didn't think I needed it until I saw it. And then I realized, yes, I do. I do need battle armor Skeletor. And the boxes are really cool. And, one of the things I was thinking about when I was holding on to these boxes for this show is that so much effort is put into these boxes. They take up a lot of resources, cardboard, some plastic. I know they're trying to go more and more recyclable with this stuff, and they're just really great boxes. But the figures are so cool. You just can't keep all the boxes, so it's a shame. And we will be getting the Sorceress Teela sometime this month, and I'm looking forward to that. All right, so Battle Armor Skeletor, here he is, and why we had to get him. All right, well, take a look at that. I mean, take a look at that mug. And the mouth moves. I mean, isn't that cool? And you move the head around, but it is cool. This is the first time I think that the mouth is moved. So that's nice. And, removable helmet. He's got chainmail. He's more muscular. He's pretty beefy looking. And he's pretty muscular here too, but he just, with the armor on, it looks, really beefed up. And then you can pull this out, and comes with a battle damaged version of that snaps in there. And then, you have the chainmail underneath, covering. And then, just all these great accessories. And you got the 3 toes again, Skeletor's good old 3 toes. And instead of having like a magical scepter, he's got, like a scimitar and a battle axe. And you can see that, they've been doing some action with those. And with these figures, the boxes, if you haven't gotten one before, so you open them up, and they have, let's see how I did this before. They have like a pocket here. So you open them up, and you don't want to forget that inside here will be the accessories. So whether they have an extra hand, or in this case it's got like a battle damaged plate, that goes in there. I take all the accessories out, and I put them in a tool storage so I don't lose them. So here's that battle armor. And what's cool about it is it's like sliced through the purple, where like the paint's removed, and you can see the metal underneath. So that's pretty cool. So that what's nice about it is it comes out really easily. You can just clip that in there, and there he's, so he's been up to no good, right? All right, so that's Battle Armor Skeletor, and you can compare that with Battle Armor He-Man. Now, I changed the head. It was just a regular head He-Man, but I'm like, he should have armor on his head too. So, let's just armor him up. And he comes with a really cool He shield. It's got mud on it. you know, and you can stick it onto the back or you can stick it onto his forearm. And this is the chest plate. Now this one, you can't just pull it out. You have to actually take the armor off and then go from underneath and put it on. This is an older model. This came out over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. It happens so fast. You got a little dagger in here. You know, time goes so fast with action figures and so many other things too, right? Movies and stuff. But, you know, you can, that's the cool thing is, I don't even remember if these are the right accessories with this, because see, it has the wrapping on it. It's a little bit an upgraded sword and battle axe. And, you know, I just trade things to be the way I like them. All right, so now we have Cyclone. So, all right. So Cyclone, if you're not familiar with him, he's like a whirlwind, well, like a cyclone of energy, you know, and you know, really exciting box, and then it shows you what's coming out. And I've seen Leech, not going to get it. I've seen Hordak, not going to get it, because I got the other Hordak. It's just, you know, it's just kind of redundant. Thunder Punch He-Man. I do not like the face on this Thunder Punch He-Man. Yes, he looks determined, but he looks gaunt. I mean, he looks like, I don't know, he's not healthy looking. Let me just put it that way. And I have the classic Thunder Punch He-Man from, you know, Eternia Classics, and I like that one better anyway. So, all right, getting on to Cyclone. All right, so Cyclone's pretty cool. Right? Big figure, you know, tall. And you have this mask that comes off, and that just kind of presses into the face, you know, just pushes in there. So take a look. Looks really cool. Very serious looking guy. Or, you know, even if he moves his head, it's like, I'll consider that. Or, get ready. Now, Cyclone also, so he has his shield, right? And the shield is like making a cyclone. Now, these figures, unlike the older ones, which I'm going to show you, are more like adult collectibles. They don't have gimmicks. They're just like really well articulated. So I think that's kind of what they're, you know, going for, is not to be just sort of playthings, but just more like you can set it up in cool poses. So you can put this in his arms, like, you know, like maybe he's just spinning super fast, you know, and he's going to spin and, you know, make like a cyclone. And you'll see why that's relevant. And then you can take the shield, put that on his back, you know, so he can look like that. Well, let me show you the older one. So we're going to go all the way back to 1984 Cyclone. So long time ago, right? 40 years ago. And this is Cyclone. I don't have any of the accessories, but still kind of serious looking, but also kind of smiling. So when you spin him, he's got a little wheel back here, a gear actually, and then that's going to spin him. Try to get my fingers out of the way. There you go. And then his arms go out, and for some reason it does not twist his guts up, and he's made to be a cyclone. Right, so, and he's got like these fists, and like bap, 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 bap. It's going to spin and hit you. And this has got those rubber, you see the little rubber bands inside holding the legs on, so I got to be really careful, because that stuff gets brittle and then breaks. And people say that you can use, you know, like a rubber ring for plumbing and hook it on there, but I have found that I haven't been able to figure out how to get that to work. I don't see a thing to hook it on the inside. But anyway, so I'd rather just keep him the way he is. But we're not done with Cyclone, because there was the 2002 He-Man series, and I love that Cyclone. So take a look at him. And he was really cool. I remember when He-Man and Man-at-Arms came upon, I think it was an island, and Cyclone was there. And look, it's got like, you know, 3D, you know, kind of a chest thing. Look, it changes the image. I mean, they thought of everything with that. Look at that. It's just so cool. And I think that's where they had like their kind of like samurai armor that gave them jumping powers and everything. I think that's the episode. But anyway, so this is like the old one. It's got the wheel, and you spin it, and bap, 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 you know, and then he's got this there that slings, he's got the shield, but then when he starts spinning, the idea is that this, all right, falls over, which it didn't, and then you spin him, and then he's like, bap, 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 you know, and he's got like blades on his arms and blades on his legs. I mean, he is just, you don't want to mess with Cyclone, right? Got the planet there on his belt, and you compare that to the new one, got the planet on the belt. So which one do you like better? It's a tough choice. I think, you know, of course I love the articulation of the new one. I mean, the old one, you know, you don't have knees, you don't have elbows, but I just got some great ideas. I love the 2002 series, and I think the toys, though not articulated as much, are just really well thought out, beautiful, and very well painted oftentimes. All right, now we are going to open something new. Haven't opened yet. I just got yesterday Evil-Lyn. Now, there have been a bunch of Evil-Lyns, and you can check my playlist for the He-Man episodes, and you're going to see plenty of Evil-Lyn. But this one is different because it's just regular old Evil-Lyn. She's not super enhanced or anything, but just a really nice upgraded version in terms of the articulation and the sculpting. I think it's just a really beautiful action figure. And then look at the back there. You know, she's obviously working out. It's good shape, you know, and she's got a cape. So Evelyn Morgan sold her soul to the subterranean warrior goddess. She was given powers beyond her dark imagination, changing her forever into Evil-Lyn. Although, on Revelations, she's not so evil. So, I'm going to open that up for you. All right, so when you take a look at the content list, so you see you have like this box here, and then look at that, in case you couldn't figure it out, it tells you to open it here, so you stick your finger in there, and now it's getting very much like Rainbow High, where, you know, it's like you gotta open things up, and then look, you have a little thing that's all wrapped up, and you're like, ooh, what's the surprise? And I guess that just tears. And what do we have? We have extra hands, and okay, so this is going to be the end of her magical scepter here. So, all right, that pulls out, and yeah, we still got those nylon bands we have to cut out, so I'll just take care of that. All right, so here we have her Evil-Lyn. All right. So, yeah, look at that. Good muscles, good hamstring splits. Yeah, IT band, quads there. Okay. Torso joint. So you have your rotating joint, waist joint, but you also have your torso joint. Very realistic looking face. Doesn't have the double elbows. But, you know, sometimes that's better because you can get more of a full arm. I mean, you can even see a hint of bicep definition, which is cool. All right, and then she can hold her magic scepter. Plastic is kind of hard. It's pretty hard, actually. It's not the hardest, but it's pretty hard. So, really peel that back. Get that in there. All right. And then we have her hands. So, you know, sort of the, my pretty hand. You know, like, I'm going to do some evil magic on you. And then, if that wasn't enough, hey, here, take a 5-knuckle sandwich. And then, more magic hands. so she can punch with both sides. So if in a pinch, you can give her, she can punch. In a pinch, she can punch. So, all right, so that's the new Evil-Lyn. Well, how does it compare? Oh, look at the skull up there. That's maybe the I Work for Skeletor logo now, like she didn't have that before. Let's compare her to other Evil-Lyns. So I don't have the Evil-Lyn from the 80s. But then they came out with these Evil-Lyns, right, within the past, 5 or 6 years. All right, so you have kind of like really pale Evil-Lyn, really angry. Still has a skull up there on her head, but you can see the similarity. And actually, I think this one came out second. I think the first one they came out with was yellow Evil-Lyn. So I think maybe back in the 80s she was yellow when they started out. But maybe they just, they made her different colors. I didn't really research into that. But all right, and then, now this is cool. There's the Eternia. So the wrestling WWE made a whole bunch of, Eternia dolls, and this is Stephanie McMahon as Evil-Lyn. And so there you go. Pretty cool. Compare that. Definitely a different mold. The legs are the same, just a different color, and so is the pelvis area, but the torso is different. The arms are the same. The head is different. You see, she's got the long hair coming out the back. And I was watching on Netflix the new Vince McMahon documentary, and it might have been the last episode. They showed Stephanie McMahon wearing an outfit that very much looked like this. So I thought that was really funny. So, all right, so there you go, comparing that to Evil-Lyn, and I think it's a really good looking doll. I mean, really great face, nice shine, the lips, the eyes, very realistic looking, and if you're an artist and you want to draw action figures, these are so good now. You could even draw and use them for shadowing and, just practice your craft. All right, well, without any more delay, we're going to get to Mer-man. So this one, yeah, he looks surprised. Is a little bit difficult to get a hold of. I was lucky, you can always pay a lot of money and get a hold of anything, but I was lucky to just walk in and get the new Skeletor and the new Cyclone and Mer-man for like $20. Just happened to walk into a Target at the right time and also the right location, because not all Targets some are better at getting hard to find stuff. So let's open him up. So, I don't want to ignore the beautiful artwork on this box. I mean, this is really well done. With new Eternia shattered into thousands of islands, Mer-man terrorizes everyone foolish enough to travel the oceans in search of Castle Grayskull. So yeah, Mer-man is kind of his own thing. I don't think he necessarily works for Skeletor. He's working for himself. I mean, he's like, I'm king of the seas. And maybe on Eternia, most of Eternia is also ocean, just like Earth. So he's like, I'm doing my own thing. All right, so here's the accessories that you get in there. And there's Mer-man. So I'm going to open that up. All right, so here he is. And all right, here's his spear. So his maritime spear. And Mer-man doesn't have 5 fingers. So he only has 4. So he is related to something other than a human. All right, and it looks like his jaw moves, but it doesn't. But instead, you get these really big glassy eyes, which are cool. It's cool that they did that. And you get the double elbows on him and the double knees. And there he's got like, it looks like big pennies, right? That make his outfit up there, his armor. And, it looks, I don't know, what are those, coins? Is that how they buy things in, under the sea there? He's got the 3 toes, just like Skeletor. So, all right. So that's Mer-man. So it's kind of like a dinosaur design, actually, with having, kind of like 4 fingers and 3 toes, There's some dinosaurs like that. All right. And let's open up the little accessory package here. And what do you get? you just get these. You get these two hands. Now, and I knew there was something else. Oh, look at that. They're big swimming hands, so webbed hands. And, right, he's got a scimitar as well. So, there you go. And it looks like it's made out of some kind of green coral. So, I don't know if that's going to stay together. Oh, look, it's got that wrapping like a He-Man sword. But it's flexible. So, and then this is, yeah. So, you know, they're making things out of different materials. I don't know, so nobody gets hurt, you know, kids or whatever. I don't know. These are mainly for adults. A lot of times they're pretty expensive. But, all right, so there he is, Mer-man. Pretty cool. All right, well, let's compare this Mer-man with Mer-mans of yore. All right, so here is Mer-man. Yes, 1983 Mer-man. Same surprised look on his face. I actually have two of these. This one looks a little bit in better shape than the other. And yeah, it took a little working to get that head to turn. I don't have any of the weapons or accessories. But, you know, like they did back then, it was like the same torso, He-Man's pelvis. I'm sorry, the same, you know, just a different color armor. And, yeah, so 1983. And it's got the little, you know, kind of boots on or whatever. It's got the 3 toes. So you can compare that. And not as muscular as the He-Man figure, as well he should not be. But if we look at the face, you know, similar, right? All right, well, we don't have to stop there. No way. We can go back to 2002 and look at that. Look, 22, 23 years ago, Mer-man from back then. And you can kind of open the mouth on this fella. Look at that. Big, wide mouth, very, you know, kind of like big fish mouth. And look at that spear. And then turn him. And he's got a gimmick here. You push a button. And I think, let's see what that button does. Yeah, it kind of, it's supposed to raise the arms up. Or have them come down. You know, when you don't do these things for a while, they kind of stop doing it. The plastic kind of gets a little stiff, but I could tell it's trying. I think it's supposed to just kind of like shove it down. Let's see if we unhook that. There we go. Oh, okay. All right. So if we take the wrist and we put the spear, or trident, actually. Yeah, he has a trident. Doesn't have a trident on the new one. So we put the trident in his hand, and then it's like, take that, He-Man. All right. Or maybe even Skeletor, because I don't think he really likes either one. Oh, and look, he has more toes. So this one has 5 toes. Different evolutionary origin. And 5 fingers. So, very different. All right. And then, yeah, this hand is not hooked up to that little gimmick system. He's like, punch, So, that's really cool, actually. All right. And there's another Mer-man, the other Netflix series of Mer-man. Take a look at this one. And this one was also very difficult to get. I don't think there's a whole lot of them out there. I was lucky I ordered it from 2 different sites, Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store. And I got it from Big Bad Toy Store. Amazon was like, after a couple of months, look, we can't get it. So, sorry. And but I did get it from BBTS. And here he is, and he's cool. And he was voiced by Mr. Sulu from Star Trek, George Takei. So look at big muscular arms. And 2022, so almost 3 years now. So, but look at that mouth, huh? Very scary, kind of like an anglerfish. So, whereas, you know, this is, I don't know, this is not quite a scary looking mouth, right? All right, well, thanks for watching my update on Eternia, and there will be more updates to come shortly. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.